Hey guys, welcome back. Morphy here again, casting Game 4 of the VPL Gold Platinum Weekend Tournament from November 5th. This is a tournament held by the VPL Gaming Group, located at vplstarcraft.socialgo.com. And our players today will be Computer, our random player, spawning as Terran this time on the top right position of MLG Shakuras Plateau, with Creepy, our blue Zerg, spawning in the lower left position. No significant differences between the MLG and the latter, except for, of course, this neutral supply depot, which prevents those ever so annoying Protoss wall-ins that Zerg were not enjoying. Common strategies on this map, especially for Terran versus Zerg, you see a lot of triple bunker aggression against an expansion. 3 bunkers can completely wall off this ramp, so when you see 3 SCVs going out, you can get a lot of very common 2-racks aggression, and if Zerg doesn't handle it reasonably well, they can take too much damage to recover from, and Terran can generally safely expand behind that. We see Computer just throwing down the very normal Terran wall off at the front ramp, not walling off down here, so possibly not intending a very early expansion. Meanwhile, Creepy just sending off his scouting overlord and positioning an overlord over his eventual expansion hatchery. Really important thing, especially for low league games. Looks like that expansion is going to be going down right now as well. But in low league games, always put an overlord over your expansion. These buildings have almost no vision, so you don't want a bunker going up right here, just outside your range of vision. Computer throwing down a second racks over here, a little hidden. Could easily be intending some early aggression, pick this racks up and move it down here, start sending Marines over, and then just float it back to safety very quickly once the attack is over. Spawning pool went down just a little bit ago, so not a delayed spawning pool, but not super early either. Drone does get into the main of Computer, so he's going to have to take care of that. It's going to get a little bit of vision. Most important thing it sees is that Computer has not taken any gas yet. So all you can really expect at that point as Zerg is either 2 racks pressure or a 1 racks fast expand. And looks like that Rax is going to float down there while Computer sends off a drone to scout in the wrong direction. You cannot spawn in the close ground positions of Shakuras Plateau. There's 3 more SCVs ready, so it looks like Computer is going to do that 3 racks, 3 bunker, or the 2 racks, 3 bunker build. However, he might be too delayed. This hatchery going to spread a lot of creep, and as long as the creep spreads out enough, it'll cut off any attempts at building bunkers. Still possible though that the 2 racks pressure is going to be damaging. Zerglings just now running across will spot that. This SCV a little bit forgotten down here. And his units do split up, so those Zerglings will get a look at everything but not get any Marine kills. 4 more Lings in production now. And a Queen, and that creep is spreading far enough there won't be any bunkers up here on the high ground. And Lings coming in. Should be enough Lings to take out these Marines. Kind of running them back though, didn't really commit to the attack at all. SCV's going down now working away on those Marines. 12 Lings in production, however, 2 Queens coming up to fight now. And I think 2 Queens can actually take out that many Marines as long as he pulls a couple of drones to go with it, so Creepy being a little bit too hesitant on that attack. 1 Queen, will Computer pick it off? Computer does pick that Queen off. We'll lose all the Marines now, and with those Lings out, he's going to have to cancel this attack. Marines coming out, going right back into the base. Meanwhile, behind that, however, Computer did get another orbital command down, and will be producing SCVs off both orbital commands until he feels safe to move out and expand. Going to drop some bunkers down here on the low ground. So, a bit of a wash. Creepy probably in an advantage after that, a failed attack, though anytime a 2 racks fails, you tend to have some economic damage from it. Looking at the units tab, we see that Creepy has a 5 drone advantage, as well as a bit of a larger army than Computer. Zergling speed just getting started though, and both gas geysers being taken at once. And we see more barracks in production. So he'll be going off of 4 racks as soon as that expansion starts mining. And in previous TVZs I had seen computer get tanks and then add on racks. So probably just going to add the factories on there after these racks are complete. Creepy, does he have lair tech? Lair almost done. Or I guess lair just started. Larva inject almost done. With those bunkers full and marines popping out, computer in a pretty safe position. There's some possibility that a big baneling bust would have worked, but Creepy just going to play it safe and go for a more normal macro game. I think it might have been a good time to go take a third once you hold off that 2 racks pressure. You're probably not facing another attack for a few minutes. So it might have been a decent time for Creepy to try to get way ahead by taking a third. We can see, however, that computer is doing a decent job of making SCVs already at 27 and 2 mule command centers, so should have a good mineral production. That is a lot of banelings coming up now from Creepy. And just now 2 factories going down already and double tech lab on the barracks, so they'll probably start researching those vital marine upgrades, stim pack and a combat shield. Both done a little bit late, but because of the 2 racks you're going to have the tech a little bit delayed. Zerg with an Evo chamber now getting his melee attack upgrades, and again with that many banelings out and an early creep tumor, he should be well defended from any marine pressure until the tanks start really hitting the field. And immediately 2 tech labs done on the factories, so he will be going for double tank production. Ooh. And Zerg right now, no Spire coming up just yet, so looks like he's going to be on Ling Bling for a little while. There the Spire goes down, so we will see some mutas on the field shortly. Once again, I would like to stress that I think all of this has been good times for Creepy to take a third base. You can't afford to wait too long on a third as Zerg because your bases are such an integral part of your production. And all the regular Terran upgrades going down and getting 2 engineering bays. Where is he putting those at? Right here. So computer not going to stay behind on the upgrades for long. And for a random player, I find computer, his builds are very consistent, and they seem very well practiced. You know, as Terran, at least against the Zerg players I've seen him face, he very consistently gets double factory, double marine upgrades, 2 tech labs, and then probably going to add reactors on later and produce 6 or 7 marines at a time, along with 2 tanks and all the upgrades. And there's the third going down for Creepy now. He needs to make a few more overlords at a time, though. He's getting supply blocked a lot, and his money's kind of showing that. Oh, the overlord speed upgrade going down. And flyer attack level 1. The Spire is finished, but there aren't any mutas on the field just yet, I believe. No mutas yet. Could make 8 or 9 of them at once when he decides to. And we look at the units tab, we see a slight drone lead for Zerg, nothing too impressive though, and the mules should mostly make up for that. 9 mutas are being made right now, and we see 2 turrets in the main, nothing defending down here in the main, and only 1 turret right in the back there at the natural. So these mutas, they might be able to do some damage, get some worker kills. They could probably pick this one. Oh, another turret going down now. So there are some vulnerabilities on the right side, though, and they can easily dart from back there to right here in the natural. Mutas coming in from the bottom right, though. And a good little spotterling there, by the way, so that Creepy will know when computer chooses to leave his base. Mutas have been seen. Are they going to be able to get any real damage done? They do pick off the worker for that starport, and they might pick up a few marines, but he does lose a mutalisk. Does, however, slow down that starport. And nobody mining currently at the third. Big round of drones coming out from Creepy now, though, and getting his level 2 attack upgrade, the level 1 armor upgrade, and the flyer attack upgrade finished. Computer now dropping his armory, and finishing up that starport and dropping another starport. So double port out of Computer. Not sure what he intends to do with 2 starports. Maybe he just wants a lot of medevacs. Still making a lot of tanks as well. That is a hefty tank count. If we look at the units counting station, we see about a 15 drone lead, but we have 41 Marines and 7 tanks against 14 Banelings, 38 Zerglings, and 11 Mutas. And Marine tank, very, very good. If it's positioned well, it's extremely cost efficient versus Zerg. Does cause a cancel on that. And gets a stim out of a handful of Marines there. Sees the 2 starports. Gonna lose another couple of Mutas though, and only manages to kill a couple of Marines. We see a lot of reactors going down now on both starports and the barracks. And the armory is done, getting that bonus up damage for the vehicles. Zerg still just going off of 2 bases, or 3 bases. But does have a 20 supply lead. And about an 11 lead in the drone count, with 16 Mutas out. So that Muta number is starting to get there where Terran's got to feel a little bit uncomfortable whenever they choose to leave their base. Muta's maybe going to try to poke in back here and start hitting on these reactors. Only 1 turret protecting back there. And ground carabine's level 2, and centrifugal hooks coming down for the Baneling speed upgrade. However, Computer doing a great job of getting those Terran upgrades. We'll have 2-2 done fairly soon. There's a Thor coming out now, though. Might get a... Oh, he's on walk move. Thor might get a big blast in on all those Mutalisks. And a lot of stim off the Marines, though. And, ooh, 1 more blast from the Thor. But he only lost 2 or 3 Mutalisks, and he did get a good amount of stims in. But with that many medevacs, any damage the Marines take is going to be healed very quickly. We see more drones coming out, and looks like we are now going to try to take our third. Computer is. Creepy with a lot of Zerglings, a good 75 drone count. 4th base going down. And a macro hatchery, so he'll have a good amount of production. We'll see. Looks like based on the positioning, the Computer is going to try to take his 3rd base right here in front, and probably move out to attack at the same time, get that army repositioned in this area. Creepy, though, controlling both watchtowers, will be able to see when the command center goes down. One thing I would like Creepy to do, maybe in future games, does he have burrow upgrade? He does not get burrow upgrade researched. It's pretty inexpensive and it's worth it. And go ahead and burrow a Ling at each of these expansions. In lieu of that, if you don't want to use burrow, put an Overlord at each one of these expansions and start poop and creep. Because right now I think Creepy's in a great position. He should probably take another couple of bases soon. But he's in a really good position right now. All those tanks pretty vulnerable. But a big blast off on the Thors. Most of the Mutas injured. A lot of orange and red Mutas right there. But yeah, if he can control these expansions on the bottom and keep denying this expansion right here, then he's got the Terran in a really bad position. He's maxed out, Terran's maxed out, but Terran almost mined out in his main. About 2/3 mined out in his expansion as well. So if he can prevent any thirds from going down, he can just win a war of attrition. Big attack coming in right now. Ling's running in first after the tank. Baneling's trying to go after the Marines. A lot of tanks left vulnerable up here, however, for the Mutalisks. And all the Marines and tanks forced to retreat into the natural. Looks like most of the Lings are dead, but Mutas should have stayed up there and killed this command center off. 26 Mutas. He could have taken that command center down before the Marines got back. Did kill a lot of tanks, though. 68 more Lings in production. Only 2 tanks left out of what was probably a double-digit tank number. So very important for Creepy to deny this third, however. A lot of towers not going to finish in time. Too many mutas. They're almost one-shotting the towers. Ling's running in now. Accidentally loads up all the Marines into the medevacs, and Ling's going to come in and take out those siege tanks. Muta's coming up. Not as many Marines on the ground as there should be, but all the mutas still disappear. 2-2 Marines. Very good against Mutalisk. Looks like 34 more Lings coming out. That was just a bad attack. Kind of A moving into a constricted position. And looks like Computer going to do some dropping now. He is 50 foot ahead on Zerg. That was a really, really bad way to attack. You have to do some flanking or find open ground. Attacking a tank Marine siege line with an A move, not going to work. It's like one attack heading down from the bottom left, other attack moving in at the 4th base. Mutas will see it, however. And that attack will be taken down. Will it get a chance to even drop any Marines? Does not even get to drop any Marines before that attack is taken out. Let's see about this one here, dropping down in the lower right. Another dropship moving in through the middle, also caught by Mutalisk, will be destroyed. So Computer losing a lot of dropships, but dropping down here into the main. And Creepy not responding just yet. Mutalisk moving in, no Lings coming in to help. And more Marines coming in from behind as well. Will clean up this one, but the low ground Marines doing a lot of damage to those Zerglings. And Mutalisk attacking by themselves. Again, Mutalisk versus upgraded Marines, not the best situation. So very annoying not having any ability to attack down there just yet. Looks like he will be moving into the main with those Marines, though. 3-3 upgrades going down, and the whole army is there to greet him, so that attack will be cleaned up. However, it has bought Computer the time he needed to get this third up and running as a planetary fortress. And he has a hefty Marine tank army still going. 89 Marines and 5 tanks. Wow, that is a lot of Marines. And looking at the unit counting station, we see it's still 50 workers. He is mined out completely in his main, and mostly mined out in his natural. So Computer's still mining off effectively one base, whereas Creepy mined out in his main, mined out mostly in his natural, but mining completely off of 2 full bases. And Muta's moving around now. Infestation pit almost done. Computer putting down a 4th command center. And Muta's going to move into the main of Computer. A lot of Marines trapped behind those reactors, but just too many Mutalisks. They will pick off all those Marines. Might be able to stop this command center from going down as well. They do manage to pick that off, and the command center was not canceled. And Muta's now going to town on all those SCVs and Lings, forces a big stim from a group of Marines. But the Mutalisks are successfully driven away, going to try to dart back in. Just a little handful of Marines. Muta's good against Marines in small numbers. 3-3 upgrades finishing, however, for a Computer. Muta's just 0-1, and the ground units at 2-2. But a lot of Lings and Banelings rolling in now, going to try to take out that command center. And the Banelings roll in, the command center will fall. And the Thor goes down. More Banelings going after the tank line, however. That is going to evaporate. Needs to get those Mutalisks out of there. Creepy replenishing with Zerglings. In a really good position here. Needs to drop more bases, though. Needs to get a 5th and a 6th base up any time now. He's got a lot of money in the bank and a lot of drones. And once again, all Creepy really needs to do right now is stop this base from going up and make sure no bases go up here. We see holograms in both positions, so Computer going to try to get 2 new bases. And he is out of money. This is all he's got, is these 2 new bases. Creepy can just sacrifice everything he has to deny these bases from going down, and he would win. And a lot of Banelings coming out. Is he going to try to go after this army? Banelings rolling in. And a big stim out of those Marines, however. Marines having to flee behind the tank line. Tanks not sieged up. Now he sieges the tanks up, but Muta's rolling in, going to try to take out his command center. Marines having to swing around, leaving these tanks vulnerable. Are the Lings going to come in? Lings now running into those tank lines, keeping the Marines split up a little bit. Looks like all the Mutas got lost to this Marine force up here, however, and more Ling Bling coming in. Tank line sieged up. Only 4 tanks, though. Banelings take out all the siege tanks. Just Marines left. The Marines very injured, overstimmed. 52 more Lings in production. And all the Marines going down very quickly. Creepy might have just won this game and the tournament. Marines piling up out here. Still a few Marines out there, though. Forces of Creepy moving into the main. He has almost a double the supply lead. Banelings helping to destroy the buildings, and Ling reinforcements running past a big group of Marines. A lot of the reinforcements being killed piecemeal as they run past the Marine line. However, the production capacity of Computer very hurt, but Computer does manage to hold. 62 more Lings coming up for Creepy right now. And he does need more bases, however. He needs to get a 5th and a 6th base. He's going to be mined out soon in his 3rd. And this base now mining, this base fully mining. A lot of mules being dropped. Lings running in, going to deny the 3rd base for Computer, but that's a lot of Marines, though, against just plain Lings. No Banelings in that group, so no area of effect damage. We haven't seen any infestors on the field yet. He did get the infestation pit, but so far no use, no greater spire. Sticking to pure Ling Bling right now, and running low on minerals. 70 drones mining off of just 2 bases, needs to get another base. There we go. Meanwhile, Computer somehow equalizing the food counts. 2 tanks, 51 Marines, so an all-Marine force. Zerg has got to get some area of effect damage to deal with that. Looks like we might see some drops coming out. 5 dropships loading up. And Zerg still does not know about this 4th base down here. 1 dropship going out to the top left. And another one heading in. And looks like another one going down towards the main, so a triple drop going out from Computer. And I'll try to keep an eye on all of those at once. Dropship through the main is going to spot this 5th base. Dropship into the 4th, unloading now. And also going to try to deny the 6th. A lot of drones going to go down here in the 4th. Dropship with the 5th is cleaned up. But a lot of drones killed. 46 to 16 more. 16 workers killed by Computer now. And he does get the 6th hatchery. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but that was not canceled, I remember from the live stream. This dropship, Marines cleaned up, needs to get some mutas out to clean the dropships out of the air as well. Is dropping into the main now, and will be trying to kill the Baneling nest. 34 more Lings in production. Still just Marine tank out of Computer. Baneling nest does go down. Will he get the spawning pool? Tries to get the spawning pool, has to pick up though. Lings arrived just in time. 5th base still mining for Creepy, and he has his 4th mining, so he's still mining off 2 bases, but doesn't realize that Computer is also mining off 2 bases with a lot of command center mules. I'm getting just a little bit of lag right now. Alright, I don't know if there was a pause there or not for you guys, but my computer started lagging out, probably due to the high number of Zerglings, and I'm running it in a bit higher quality than I normally do. So I paused the recording and restarted. I'll try to clean that up in post-production. Creepy now discovering the 4th base of a Computer, going to be able to kill all those SCVs and deny this base from mining. But Computer doing an excellent job, really making a comeback here. He's done so much damage with these drops, now doing a double drop on the top and another drop into the 4th as well at the same time, and moving back into the main at the same time. So Computer doing his best impression of MMA, trying to be everywhere at once, and Creepy Really being stuck on Zergling tech for a long time, hasn't made anything else, not able to properly respond to all these drops. Hatchery going down at the 4th. More damage going on in the main. 2 more dropships going to come up here and combine together, so all 3 dropships are going to land down here at the 4th now. Meanwhile, the main still... Did he take out the spawning pool? He did. He did take out the spawning pool. Another one created over here at the 3rd, though. But this triple drop... Ooh, big Baneling bomb on that triple drop, though, does stop it from taking out the 4th base, or the 5th base of Creepy. But he's now back to mining off of just 1 base. The 6th not yet done. Long distance mining it just now. There's a big move in there, but a lot of siege tanks sieged up. Marines stim and move back. Tanks all go down, but just Lings. No Blings yet. No Banelings left on the field. So Creepy now 65 food to the 140 of Computer. And Computer might have done it. Creepy does not have anything else other than Zerglings. And the Marine count of Computer... over 80 Marines against just 26 Zerglings. Computer has made an incredible comeback, and if he moves out right now, there's just nothing Creepy can do to stop him. He does not have anything to do area of effect damage to that many Marines. Creepy doing his best to stop the 4th base from mining, though. Gonna move out and kill all those mules. Also getting the vehicle weapons level 3 upgrade, but those Lings stayed there a little too long. These Marines should be able to clean them up nicely. Lings trying to escape by running into the 4th, but not going to be able to get out now. Those Lings are dead. And more Lings rallying in, unfortunately for them. That's too many Marines for them to deal with. Creepy's still making nothing but Zerglings. And I don't know what Creepy could have done there. Maybe he could have made a Broodlord transition. Honestly, I think all he really needed to do was stop this base from happening and keep this base from happening, but that's so hard to do when Terran's dropping everywhere at once. Computer doing a great job with those drops. And it's not over yet, though, but Creepy behind by 70 food is now mining off 2 bases once again, and Computer, not a lot of SCVs left for Computer, only 23. And he's effectively mining off 2 bases, but his 3rd is basically mined out. So Computer about to be back on 1 base again. There'll be a drop heading in at the 5th right now, though. And a big army waiting back here. Drop at the 5th is going to kill a lot of drones. Might try to snipe that hatchery. It's about half-life. All the drones going down. Army moving in now to try to deal with it. Will he snipe the hatchery in time? Not quite. Hatchery left with 200 hit points. 17 drones in production from Creepy, and he has no more money, though. A lot of gas, but no minerals. His mining's been so disrupted by these drops from Computer. And Computer going to try to snipe that hatchery now. 180 food from Computer, tripling the food of Creepy, and Creepy now back down to being on just 1 base. Computer, however, completely mined out, also on 1 base. And looking at the upgrades, we see it's 2-0 for the Zerg and 3-3 for the Terran player, though. And Creepy GG's. He sees the writing on the wall. The series is now tied 2-2, and I'll see you all in the in-game.